Good morning, internets. I'm Chris K, the film guy. This is the Overthink Tank production, Overthink in the Morning. I never told you about my studio. This is the studio that is provided by my patron, Janitor Jake, of the YouTube channel Janitor Jake. Granted, I'm paying for it, but you know, special thanks to Janitor Jake. Today we have another discussion with Janitor Jake. What is the discussion for today, Chris? The discussion for today is our positive negative things of the week of September 24th, 2015. That's right, it's another blast from the past episode. Sorry. I'm not sorry. What am I talking about? It's some cool stuff, so whatever. Grab your coffee, grab your sausage. That sounded weird. Your breakfast sausage. And settle in for an episode of the Overthink Tank Show, Overthink in the Morning. Two more minutes left here. So, negative thing of the week?
Yeah, so the negative thing of the week for me, one thing I noticed, because I'm a freelance worker, so I don't really have a full-time job. I go and do work here, do work there, odd jobs for different people. And I noticed doing that, it's either a feast or a famine. And it really gets irritating because it's either number one, you don't have any work. So you'll go 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months without any work. Now you're poor, you can't afford anything, you gotta scrap metal to make money.
Yeah.
But then when jobs finally start coming in, it's like it just hammers you and it won't quit.
And then you're just super busy.
And it's like, yeah, it's like everything hits you and you're so overwhelmed you don't know what to do. My last job that I ended up doing was taking pictures for an auction, for an online auction for these people, going around 8 hours a day for like 3 days. And at the same time, I own a motorcycle shop, so I had to still keep popping back over there. So it'd be literally get up at like 6 in the morning, go do a bunch of stuff, get done, and then go and do more work. Then by the time I get home, it's 9, 10 o'clock. I got to get to bed super early, or get right to bed so I can get up early and do it all over again.
Yeah, that's
as soon as that's done, and I'm like, I can take a break now. No, I had to turn around and paint a house for people. So then I go and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy mackerel.
I always loved Freelance and I hated it at the same time. My negative thing of the week, I had a whole bunch of them, but the main one that really stuck in my head was Snot. You know what's really a pain when you get one of those danglers? Something up there, and then so you blow it like 15 times. Like, still feels funny. So you like wad up some paper, shove it up there, maybe pull it down the other side, get a neti pot and everything like that. Still feels funny. Oh well, I guess I'll go about my day. And then you're talking to somebody, and like at the most inopportune moment, all of a sudden, pew, stick just flies out. There it is. Oh, there it is. Couldn't do that earlier. Yeah,
that's terrible.
That is my positive thing or negative thing of the week. Yeah, that's pretty sad if that's my positive thing of the week. Positive thing of the week, we'll just forget the timer. You know, whatever. We'll just keep going. Positive thing of the week?
Well, positive thing, it actually went from a negative to being a positive.
Okay.
We had an old broken down car sitting out in a yard, and there was going to be some inspection stuff going on, so we had to move it and get it out of the way. The problem is the 2 back tires are fully locked. So now we're trying to pull, and the truck we have is not 4-wheel drive. It's going to make a bunch of racket and tear up the blacktop. Well, then I'm thinking, well, what about those little jacks? So I get those tiny little jacks you can buy from Walmart for 20 bucks, shoved it under the car, right under the axle, jacked it up, and there's wheels on the jack. And then we just pulled it like that. And the wheels actually stuck because of the weight of the car pushed down on the jack. Stayed right on the ground and it moved perfect.
Cool.
So I guess if your tires are ever locked, you have to move a car, just get those little jacks and jack it up. And it just rolled right on those wheels.
Oh, that's pretty nifty. My positive thing of the week, gosh, I don't know. I learned something, okay? So that's kind of positive. I kind of learned you don't really have a personal production. There's no such thing as a personal production. Like, if you're doing this thing, you're associated with all of it. So, basically now, the Overthink Tank, blah, 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 and we're going to take a lot of pride in it instead of half-ing it like we did last time. Half doing it like we did last time. Which, I don't know, was sort of the fun of doing it the other way, but it was really mainly for us. So, this is, I think, more fun, actually, to tell you the truth. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little segment from Overthink in the Morning. I should probably clarify that last bit, as I always have to, because I'm a terrible orator, even though I know lots of fancy words. When it comes down to using them, I'm generally at a loss. It helps to have more coffee. What I was talking about was having a personal production versus a public production. or a business production, if you will. Like, maybe Felicia Day is going to be on Eureka, and that's her public appearance, and then she's on whatever project on YouTube she happens to be working on or something like that, and that's her private production. Will Wheaton's doing his table talk or whatever his game show is, and then he's going to go off and be on Dark Matter or something else. That's an older reference, but whatever. People have their personal and their public lives, but in general, all productions are public. All productions are your business. We actually had to do something over at Woodmart where I work. It was a practice in goal setting for managers. I had to set private and business goals. And I found, as I've always known, that my business goals and my personal goals are pretty much the same. And then afterwards, we had to set a means of accomplishing those goals, which they're the same as my goals. All of my goals are stepping stones to one another. Even this is a stepping stone to something else. So, private and business, private and public, it's all really the same thing. What you publish as a private individual does reflect on your business. Every time some celebrity publishes some personal opinion to the internet because they feel that self-expression is a great idea, they end up paying for it. And so does their business life. Their public life ends up paying for it. You are only one person. You're not a private person and a public person. So that was the discovery, the realization there. I felt it merited a little bit more overthinking. So, at any rate, this has been Overthink in the Morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm Chris K, the Film Guy. Have a good one.